Hi. So, Marvel, Disney and Marvel, they had a special sneak preview thing at Guardians of the Galaxy. We got a special poster there. I normally ask Jeremy or Luke or Corey or Matt to come with me,
but I'm the backup plan.
Jeremy doesn't like the ride going up to the Irvine Spectrum, and everyone else, and he's busy with work and school and whatever,
doing everything ever.
And everyone else I asked basically said they're busy or it's not worth 17
minutes of footage.
So I tried devising a master plan with Nick because I didn't tell him precisely that was only 17 minutes. So I took him to see Transformers, which we're not going to review again. We might get into it a little bit, but
no.
But I tricked him into seeing Transformers with me on the basis that he would see the entirety of Guardians of the Galaxy,
which it was not.
No. But yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Looks interesting.
17 minutes? Nah, that's not worth it.
12%.
Yeah, 12%. Transformers, 3 hours gives you plenty of gives you all the.
Plenty of time to make a new life, start a family.
I think it's still playing in the background right now.
We left when See Guardians came back.
I think that was part of our gambit. They're like, okay, we sat through the 3 o'clock show. Okay, 3 o'clock show for Transformers. The 3-hour movie. Just sit right here, wait for the 7 o'clock thing for Guardians of the Galaxy to start up. So we're thinking, what if we just sat through the whole credits and just sat there and told the staff that when they were telling us they were cleaning up, it's we paid $40 and sat through this 12 week-long movie of terribleness to see the 17 minutes. Cut us some slack.
Was it in the same
theater? Yeah.
Was it in the same room?
Yeah, the IMAX thing? Yeah, that's the only IMAX theater.
I thought they had 2.
No, there's only the one IMAX theater.
Oh, we should have just stayed there.
I told you that.
Damn it.
But Reson,
That's disappointing. We could have the same middle spot.
Okay, but getting off topic. So, out of the 17 minutes of Guardians of the Galaxy, it looks like a blast.
It looks fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for Planet of the Apes getting a bunch of rave reviews, I'd be just lost for the rest of the month with no other good movies that I'd be interested in watching. Guardians of the Galaxy was always from the moment I saw the first trailer back in February. I was thinking,
yeah, that was
this is my number one movie of the.
This
summer.
Is gonna be the superhero movie I go to see.
Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, this feels more like it feels especially more like a comic book movie, but only because of Groot.
It does, yeah.
Because Groot actually has power. Well, quote unquote powers. I mean, it's so technically.
The assassin girl does. She did that crazy jump thing.
I think that's just more this physical strength.
No way. Well, your super physical strength could be a power. I guess it could go into more sci-fi based on what race.
I mean, but it's the same thing as
the raccoon.
Dave Bautista. What was his name again? The assassin. This guy. Damn it,
I have no idea what his name was. I was wondering.
I forgot. At this point, I just know actors by I just know characters by the actors. That's what a lot of critics do.
Yeah.
When they're talking about performances, Chris Pratt, his performance was great, or whatever. His character was fun, or whatever. But again, I know Groot's technically just that's part of him being the kind of organism that he is, but it feels like an actual superpower.
It feels like an actual superpower. Especially since it seems like a really humanly populated universe.
Yeah. No, this feels like a Men in Black movie.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But with cooler people.
Yeah. And
I'm waiting for the assassin girl and Rocket to hook up instead of Chris Pratt and her.
Rocket was always going to be the standout character, and if this just because he's the weirdest thing I think a lot of audiences are going to see in a mainstream movie.
Yeah.
That's a big thing to buy.
Granted, little awesome raccoon dude.
Granted, they changed the back.
Maneuvering his junk.
I think they. Again, I was talking. It was the trailer. Well, the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer was in front of Transformers, and they had the scene where he's adjusting his crotch, and I told Nick, millions and millions of dollars were spent on animating that crotch.
that raccoon crotch.
Yeah. But where was I? They already changed his backstory from the comic, because I think in the comics he was a scientist.
Was Guardians of the Galaxy a comic?
Yeah,
I think it was. Yeah.
It's a Marvel movie. Okay, anyway, I think he was a scientist who because of a experimental mishap became a raccoon. Here he's a raccoon
that's been illegally genetically modified.
Yeah, it's become a complete like
awesome asshole.
Yeah, Bradley. He sounds. This is like the most excited I've ever been about Bradley Cooper performance, because he seems so like different.
Bradley Coopery.
Because he's like so savvy. No, like, you're a raccoon. What? What's a raccoon? That's what you are. No such. Nothing like
nothing else
except me. And I guess we should like go to the footage, because the movie starts at the footage we got. Started out with like the same Comic-Con footage.
Starts with the lineup and the middle finger joke. That was really good. Oh, I can't put it away.
And then it goes into like this whole scene where like they're in a prison and
they're getting into jail, and then Chris Pratt's character is almost jail raped. And basically it's a giant like heist movie, mini heist movie. Yep. And it's great because like it feels sort of like an Edgar Wright movie, even though like I feel this movie will be like it'll sort of feel like, what if Edgar Wright actually stuck on to Ant-Man and Marvel kept with this sense of humor? Yeah.
Because it's much more, because they have this whole scene where Rocket Raccoon, Zoe Saldana, and Chris Pratt, they're all talking in front at this lunch table, and they're making a plan. It's like, we need to get
in the background effing it up,
and it's like, we need to get this battery. Why do we need this battery? Because otherwise we can't do anything. It's like,
but we need it last, because otherwise everything will go black, and we won't have time to.
And the entire scene in the background, you see Groot going, okay. And he stretches.
And they're complaining about how we're gonna get the battery, and Groot's just going and doing it.
And Dave Bautista, everyone in the background is just staring at him while like they're making their plan. And then like, I'll just get the battery first, and we'll just improvise.
Or we can get the battery first and just improvise. Yeah. I'll get the arm thing. I'll get the leg. Oh, I didn't actually need the leg. That was a joke. That wasn't funny. Wasn't it funny seeing him hop around on one leg?
And like this is, I love how we're making a big deal of this 18 minutes footage. It's about as big as a deal as the theater was doing it.
Yeah, the theater has a lot of stuff going on.
That theater was
packed IMAX thing.
That was more packed than Transformers.
Way more packed.
Even when I saw it last week, like first morning show in IMAX. This thing was packed to the brim.
Lots and lots of people. And then like professional security dude.
There were security sun batons. no sun batons, but like they gave us 6 raccoon stamps.
Raccoon stamp. Oh, mine's worn off.
Yeah, like, and the lady like who stamped us, she was actually an exec. Well, maybe not an exec, but she was someone
like from Disney.
Yeah, I asked her like. And like again, they gave us free posters. They had all these guards checking out
exclusive posters.
They had the manager go out and say, "Hey guys, turn off all your cell phones. Tweet, talk about this movie
before it starts. And when it starts, you have to turn off all your phones. Yeah. No footage. Make it all secrety.
Yeah.
Black up.
But yeah, there's like Chris Pratt looks beefed in this. Like
yeah, he must have starved himself. Worked out.
That's why in the last season premiere of Parks and Rec, they made a joke about his weight, and they're like, "How do you lose so much weight, Andy?" "Oh, I just stopped drinking beer." Really? Yeah, I drank a lot of beer. That was like me.
In like the first seasons of Parks and Rec 2, where he has his shirt off, he's pretty overweight. Like he doesn't look fit. Now he just looks ripped.
Yeah, and like he's like on top of the world right now. He has Lego Movie. He has this.
He was in Her.
Yeah, and he's gonna be the lead in Jurassic World.
Jeez, he's got a lot going on. Parks and Rec's still going on, right?
Yeah, one more season. Damn you, Parks and Rec. The soundtrack in this movie, like, there's only like 3 songs in it, but it sounds phenomenal. I play it, but then like 1, I get copyrighted, and 2, Spotify doesn't have it for free.
Oh, it's almost 10 minutes already. We are gonna go longer than the movie.
It's only 12 minutes. We want to get a good impression of this movie. This first impression.
They hose them down with this weird orange goop. I don't know what that is. It's space water.
It was just a way to get Chris Pratt to be shirtless.
Shirtless and orange.
He is beefed. I mean, damn.
Well, Chris Pratt, you really beefed up for this. Let's spray you with orange weird shit.
Yeah. And I love like how catty they are with each other.
Yeah.
It's like
back and forth.
It's like Zoe Saldana, she's the only woman in the group, so she's like, damn it, I'm gonna die.
I'm gonna die with these idiots.
I'm gonna die with the stupidest people in the galaxy.
The biggest idiots in the galaxy.
And like Dave Bautista, like, he doesn't get metaphors, so he says he's really when they're together, like he has this really sort of long dialogue with big words about like why he's sticking with them. And Chris Pratt is like, stop being such a thesaurus. And he's like, don't call me a thesaurus. It's like it's a metaphor. Ragged Raccoon's like, no one in the galaxy knows what a metaphor is.
Those people don't know what metaphor is. It'll go right over his head. Nothing goes over my head. My reflexes, they're too quick.
And I love how in that 18 minutes, like, there are actually a lot of different alien types.
There are a lot of different, yeah. There's the rape one, the jail rape guy.
Greens and blues. I mean, I know that's kind of a traditional theme. And I feel like this movie's going to be has a very quote-unquote atmospheric touch, like very light connectivity to the the rest of the MCU. It's like, I can almost guarantee I heard like the repulsor sound from like Iron Man on like some of the alien rifles or like the space rifles. They mentioned Thanos like during Zoe Saldana's intro for Avengers 2.
They did?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, except that's why they want to kill her.
I still love how everyone's weirded out about the giant tree thing when there's a talking raccoon.
I love how the raccoon says, some of the inmates here think you're cute. Maybe you can use that to your advantage.
Gotta be
what?
Jokes.
You gotta be kidding me. No, seriously, some of them think you're cute.
I've heard...
They have a good back and forth, real.
I think like a lot of the tone, the dialogue, and the comedy, it feels like a very fine balance between what the Marvel sense of comedy, but also sort of the Edgar Wright sense of like character dynamics and wit. Well, okay, maybe I guess it's more like Joss Whedon than Edgar Wright.
Joss Whedon, yes.
And again, I really wish Edgar Wright, like Marvel, would actually like just because I always thought like at this point Marvel was always good at just letting the directors do what they do, and so far that turned out great for them.
Really good.
And so like the whole Edgar Wright thing last month was a huge sort of shock for a studio who so far has had a great creative streak, allowed a lot of great creativity, creative control for like the people who make the movie, and has been rewarded with nothing but financial success.
I can't be too mad at him because Joss Whedon.
Yeah.
Guy.
I think it's probably just the Disney things going on.
Oh yeah, Disney seems control freaky.
The action was good. I don't think it was.
I like the action. Yeah,
there
were some cool space fights.
Yeah, and the
rocket running
at the very end of like the highlight reel.
Yep.
I have part of a plan. What percentage?
12%.
Again, I feel like a lot of these, like, since this, I don't know how they're going to connect this with the rest of the movies after Avengers 2.
I don't know if this one would be like a huge connection. This is in space. It could have nothing to do with
it. It already has its own ensemble.
At all.
It has its own ensemble cast already.
Yeah.
I mean, the closest thing you have to a connection is Benicio del Toro's character. It's like the Collector. And like whatever like other space things they're pulling out from the cosmos.
Have another weird universe hole with Loki's staff.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, there's space. Oh, hey, it's the Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. Hey, guys. Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, this 17 minutes of footage has more laughs and more character investment than
more character development than all of the Transformers
a movie,
ever.
17 minutes of footage of a sequence that we literally just jumped right
into the middle of.
Yeah, we already got a sense of the character dynamics, tone, like different motivations,
character development,
different motivations already.
Some background, And that's more than any of the Transformers movies all put together.
Yes, it's true. It's like, oh, you should get to the Vin Diesel running joke in this movie now. I mean,
they didn't want to pay Vin Diesel for lots of words, so they only used I am Groot.
No, literally, the entire
3 words. They paid him for 3 words and just speed it up or slow it down.
That entire sequence in that movie, like, it's like all he says is I am Groot. I am Groot.
I am Groot.
And
that's
Chris
the only 3 words they paid Vin Diesel for. And
No,
when you're screaming, it's just the beginning of I.
Rocket Raccoon's like the best part. Is like the extent of his vocabulary is limited to I and M and Groot, exclusively in that order.
I like how they start to understand what he says. Like Rocket Raccoon like translates what he says later.
Yeah. And he's like, I am Groot. See? He's the only one
He's the only one who gets it. He gets me.
And he's like a worm.
Eating himself.
I think he's like a worm.
No, he was leafing.
Okay.
It was one of his leaves.
Oh, this was a blast. I can't like.
I
know a lot of people like. A lot of people in the comments are saying like, I'd rather, like, I don't want to see 18 minutes of movie that I'm going to have blue balls for another 3 weeks. And I think didn't
watch
care.
that instead of Transformers. 18 minutes.
I didn't see the IMAX thing, though, because I thought, it was in the trailer, but
Switch?
Yeah.
Maybe it just happened and we didn't notice.
I don't know. I usually keep a sharp eye because I'm sort of an IMAX geek that way, but whatever.
I think you can just be a movie geek in general.
Yeah. Okay, we're at the exact length of like the footage.
We should stop now.
Okay.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Sort of movie aftermath.
Preview math.
So, was it worth it? Was this 17 minutes of Guardians of the Galaxy worth watching 3 hours of Transformers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Making fun of 3 hours of Transformers.
There were 8 other people in that theater when we saw Transformers.
So it wasn't.
I was
too scared about cursing.
There
was like a baby right behind us. That was the worst part.
I'm surprised. Like, I thought he was gonna cry when like the guy died, and like they literally just like. When the surfer dude, he was literally burned alive into metal. But whatever, that's tangent.
Bleh.
Okay, but Guardians of the Galaxy, I'd say you're probably going to see it anyway.
Everyone's going to see it. It's going to be the Avengers that everyone's seen.
It's a side note, like saying like, I know like this is probably the weirdest movie you'll allow.
The weirdest movie you'll see.
The weirdest mainstream movie for a blockbuster that's coming out this summer.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't know, man. Under the Skin was pretty weird for a mainstream blockbuster.
Well, that's a mainstream star, but anyway. Again, it has what was I thinking? But I'm thinking just because like it's obviously part of the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
As the Marvel brand's as strong as it's ever been.
Yeah. I like how they have a big plan and everything's interconnected.
Yeah.
Like they have the whole plans for the entire series.
And yet Disney still has to be afraid of that. This movie looks weird. Like you have to plan these fan sneak peeks. You guys can't just like can America just spare us like a couple million in the marketing? But okay, I've stretched this out way too long. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.